Much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
And I'm Tim Pham. Good morning to you, friends. We want to get straight to weather. We are under a weather impact alert day today and really for the next several days, Thomas, because it's going to be just that hot.
Yeah, and this is going to impact our day-to-day lives with the heat wave that once again builds as of today. But the weather impact alert days are going to be for the next 7 days in a row. And really, that's the point. It's the duration and intensity of this next heat wave, which will have temperatures between 97 and 104 degrees for Spokane for the next 7 days in a row, with the weekend days being the hottest among them. As for the first half of this heat wave, the National Weather Service has gone with heat advisories for Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Palouse, and all of central Washington and the Omak areas. This goes through Thursday, but I am anticipating that this likely gets upgraded to the warning criteria before those hottest days, which will be this weekend.
Due to breaking news here at 7:02, there was a fire at the popular restaurant, the Viking, in downtown Spokane. This is a live look at the scene right now. You can see the flames are out, but investigators are just beginning their investigation process into what started this fire. The owner just confirmed with our crew on scene there's no damage to the inside of the restaurant. The majority seems to be on the outside near the front door. Of course, the Viking, a very popular restaurant adjacent to the Stadium District. It's been in business for more than 40 years, since the 80s. So this is obviously one we're going to be following really closely. We, again, do have a crew on scene working to gather more information for you. We'll bring you updates as we learn more here on Up with KREM and on KREM.com.
Just into our newsroom this morning, a 6-month-old died overnight after a car crash near Chewelah yesterday. The crash was on U.S. Highway 395 near the SR 231 intersection. It happened yesterday around noon, closing down both directions of the highway for about an hour. We're told that the infant died just after midnight this morning. WSP is still investigating this crash.
In just hours, the second day of the Republican National Convention will get underway.
Later today, former UN ambassador and South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is scheduled to speak. Now, this comes after the party named Donald Trump their official presidential nominee yesterday. Trump is expected to formally accept the nomination during a speech on the last day of the convention, which is on Thursday. Trump also named his running mate yesterday. Ohio Senator J.D. Vance is now Trump's vice presidential pick. The 39-year-old senator is the first millennial to join a major party ticket. Vance gained national recognition with the 2016 publication of his memoir, Hillbilly Elegy, and he was selected to the Senate in 2022.
Vance posted to X after receiving the nomination saying, quote, "Just overwhelmed with gratitude. What an honor it is to run alongside President Donald J. Trump. He delivered peace and prosperity once, and with your help, he'll do it again. Onward to victory," end quote. Vance is expected to formally accept the Republican vice presidential nomination in a speech on the Milwaukee stage tomorrow night.
Meanwhile, the Washington state primary election is just 3 weeks away, and ballots will head out to voters this Friday.
Voters had the chance to hear from the Republican candidates running for Washington's 5th Congressional District last night. KREM 2's Cody Proctor sat in the audience to listen in. She has more from the candidates hoping to fill Kathy McMorris-Rodgers' seat.
With 3 weeks left to go until primary election night, time's running out for candidates to reveal their positions to voters.
5 out of the 6 Republican candidates running for Washington's 5th Congressional District seat appeared Monday night for a candidate forum held by the Republicans of Spokane County. There are only a handful of the 11 people running to take over Congresswoman Kathy McMorris-Rodgers' seat in the U.S. House of Representatives after she announced she wouldn't seek re-election. In comparison to previous appearances in front of voters, Monday night's forum felt more like a job interview. After a quick pitch to voters, each candidate answered different questions. Michael Baumgartner was asked what he considered the most challenging issue facing the country.
As I'd said in my open remarks, I think the highest priority in this country has to be securing the southern border.
When asked how he would cross the aisle, Rick Valentine Flynn stated Republicans need to be the ones pushing legislation they know has to be done, such as gun control.
We need to be the ones to take charge and take ownership of the laws we write. That way, we can ensure that the left doesn't push things too far.
When asked about what attributes she has that'll help as a legislator, Jacqueline Maycomer spoke about being able to get people in her party to work together.
And 40 Republicans can divide 58 Democrats anytime when you work together and define the issue.
When asked about his life experiences that would help in Congress, Brian Dansel expressed pride about where he's from.
Basically, just being an American in Eastern Washington and growing up and being raised by the greatest people on the face of the earth.
Finally, Renee Holiday spoke about some of her top priorities.
We've got border issues, voting and elections issues that are catastrophic right now, and also child trafficking.
The one candidate not at the forum was Jonathan Bingle. He was at the Spokane City Council meeting happening at the same time in downtown Spokane.
Primary election night takes place August 6th. Ballots go out to voters starting this Friday. Now the top two candidates in the primary will then go on to the general election. In the studio, Cody Proctor, KREM 2 News.
This morning, we're hearing from the mayor of Coeur d'Alene after he announced he is resigning. Jim Hammond says he's stepping down to spend more time with his family and his grandkids.
I have tried to contribute to my community for the last 50 years, and my message is thank you for giving me the opportunities that I've had both in my professional life and in my volunteer life. It's been wonderful.
Hammond has also been battling pancreatic cancer since 1999. He lost his father and two brothers to cancer. For that reason, he says his family is thrilled he's now taking a step back to spend quality time with his younger grandchildren. Now, Hammond's resignation will go into effect on August 31st. The City Council will now select who will serve out the remainder of his term, which expires in January of 2026. That person can then run for a full term if they wish.
Time is 7:07 as we take you back outside. A comfortable but mild morning throughout the inland Northwest with our current temperatures largely in the 60s and a few spots already in the 70s. I see that in Grand Coulee, Omak, and out towards the Tri-Cities. So again, on these hottest days of the year, of which this week will be among those, you want to get any of your outdoor activities done first thing in the morning, be that a bit of some morning exercise or any yard work. The earlier you can do that, the better. Otherwise, you probably have to wait until after sunset, because look at the afternoon temperatures, up to 98 degrees for today. It only gets to about 84 at 10 o'clock at night, so it doesn't even get all that cool all that quickly during these hottest days. So all 7 of these next days consider weather impact alert days just because of the extreme heat and in itself the duration of this heat wave, with those weekend days being the hottest among them. Coming up, we'll show you where those records stand, especially for those hot weekend days. That's all coming up in a few minutes.